Vision, perhaps our most important special sense, is the one responding to light energy.
I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
Light which enters the eye is focused almost entirely by two transparent structures, the cornea and the lens.
Sure, just jab those sharp arrows right into my eye.
The rounded cornea lies in front of the iris. The convex lens lies behind the iris.
And depending upon your upbringing, this either proves or disproves evolution.
Contrary to popular thought, the lens of the eye does not do all or even most of the focusing of light rays entering the eye. In reality, the cornea does 2/3 of the bending or focusing of light, and the lens only 1/3.
And yet the lens takes all the credit. What a jerk!
The lens, however, automatically changes shape to maintain continuous sharpness of the light rays already focused by the cornea. As an object approaches the eye, its image goes out of focus on the back of the eye.
Right.
By reflex action, a set of circular muscles surrounding the lens contracts, causing the elastic lens to bulge in the middle, shortening the focal length and bringing the image back into sharp focus.
Yeah, but
when an object moves away from the eye, the circular muscles will relax, the lens flattens out,
Great,
its focal length increases, and again sharp focus is achieved.
Oh, are you done? All this just to look at Nathan Lane.
Accommodation is the term applied to the ability of the lens to change shape in order to maintain good, sharp vision.
Good, sharp vision this fall on Disney+.
The actual light receptors of the eye are found in the innermost layer, the retina. The blind spot exists where blood vessels and nerve fibers leave the eye. The fovea centralis is the area of sharpest and clearest vision.
Ah, the hindsight receptor.
A cross-section of the retina reveals it is composed of 10 layers of tissues.
No, don't flush those.
The actual layer of light receptor cells, the rods and cones, are next to the black pigmented layer. In order to cause the origin of a nerve impulse in the rod and cone layer, light entering the eye must actually penetrate the layers of the retina.
Waiting for my turn to
the
talk. Waiting
impulse
for my
then
turn to talk.
travels back to the inner layer of the retina as it moves toward the blind spot and optic nerve.
Oh, the optic nerve of this guy. Here is how the rods and cones respond to reading Hagar the Horrible.
Moving toward the fovea centralis, we pass the blind spot, which is insensitive to light.
It's always making rude comments about light's appearance. It's very insensitive.
The fovea centralis, where the retinal layers are thinned and flattened out, is the area of sharpest and clearest vision.
Fovea centralis sounds like a Star Trek planet or a supplement for seniors or part of the eye or something.
Although it is not yet known how we see color, it is known that the cone cells of the retina are involved in the perception of color.
Webster's defines color as the property possessed by an object of producing different sensations on the eye as a result
At night, when the moon is hidden and only starlight remains, the rod cells allow us to see shapes and forms in shades of gray. Thus, the human eye is a dual-range instrument, perceiving objects in varying intensities of light, from the blazing sun to the dimmest gleam from the stars.
From the blazing Baywatch to the dimmest Baywatch nights.
We have seen that we are constantly exposed to various types of physical stimuli which are intercepted by certain receptors, and in the form of nervous impulses reach the spinal cord and brain.
We saw how amazingly sensitive these receptors are, even in an addled lunkhead like Chef Dad here. Hello.
Some of these receptors are located in the deepest layers of the skin.
That's not a human, that's a Cardassian.
These and others may also be found in the skeletal joints, muscles, and viscera.
Gross.
Each receptor is usually sensitive to just one type of stimulus. They include temperature, pain, touch, and pressure. They are called the general sense receptors.
What else you got?
In addition, we have special sense receptors.
Ooh.
These include balance, smell, taste, hearing, and vision.
Law and Order, Special Sense Receptors
The
Unit.
semicircular canals are involved in balance.
Oh, we're in Lovecraft country.
Crest-shaped hair cells in the ampulla respond to changes in speed or horizontal direction.
Yeah, the heebie-jeebie nerves, I remember those.
And gravity changes are detected by the receptors in the saccule and utricle.
Ah, yes, the pee-pee chills.
Receptors in a small patch of sensory epithelium high in the nasal cavity are responsible for the sense of smell.
thus determining who has dealt it. Wait, did I make that joke in part 1?
Taste buds themselves contain receptor cells sensitive to the various substances placed upon them.
The kid licked an everything bagel.
Sound waves traveling down the outer chamber of the ear impinge upon the eardrum.
It's the heartbeat of the band, really.
3 small bones in the middle chamber change these vibrations into mechanical movement and amplify them.
It's nature's Bose technology.
Fluid in the cochlea is set into action by stirrup motion.
What's that, sparkle motion?
The organ of Corti responds to this fluid movement and sends nerve impulses indicating sounds or noises to the brain.
And that's how you know that your podcast was made possible by Squarespace or Bonobos or Lisa Mattress.
The eye has a number of transparent fluids and solid structures. 2 of these structures are very important in the focusing of light on the retina. They are the cornea and the lens.
Where's my deja vu receptor? Because it's tingling.
The lens does less bending of light than does the cornea.
Checks notes. Yep, that's what you said 6 minutes ago.
However, accommodation, a reflex involving the muscle surrounding the lenses, changes the shape of the lens and maintains sharp vision.
Ironically, out of focus.
The innermost lining of the eye, the retina, contains a layer of light receptors, the rods and cones. Light must actually pass through most of the retinal tissues to reach the rod and cone layer.
Thy rods and thy cones, they comfort me.
The cone cells are involved with color vision and sight in relatively high light intensities.
Ooh, what's Par King? Is that a golf shop?
The rods come into use in very dim light intensities and enable us to see shape and form only.
Spare the rod, I always say.
Together, the rods and cones provide us with a dual-range light intensity receptor system.
Now here's Kirk Cameron with a rebuttal. Oh, that's it? A rather unceremonious way to end your movie, but all right, I'm down. Okay, well, that ended. Bye. Thank you so much for watching Fun with Shorts. This series is supported by Patreon and patrons like these wonderful people right here. They get early access to new episodes and exclusive episodes every month. Also, check out the updated funwithshorts.com for DVDs and merch and all the good stuff. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you next time.